To find out just how long we've been fishing here and occupying these lands, you only have to scratch the surface of Musqueam earth.
I see ridges built up along the edge, and it's...
Here, a modern archaeological dig goes on, only a few dozen meters from our band office. These young students have joined Musqueam researcher Wayne Point, who works with the UBC Museum of Anthropology to identify the artifacts found here.
That means it's chipped on both sides?
In this site area, the material has been dated back to about 1,200 years. As you gradually move upriver, the sites will get older. The oldest sites are just past Yale, and they go back to 9,000 years.
Jewelry, spear and arrowheads, ancient artistry found at Musqueam and along the Fraser speak to the rich lifestyle that our ancestors enjoyed here.
We process and do analysis of the material, like weight and measurements and the type of artifact it is, whether it's lithic or bone. Before, you had to look through each of the boxes or the trays that they're in, and it was time-consuming work for people who wanted to look for a certain type of artifact, like a projectile point from this area.
The elegant design of our ancient artifacts, such as this spindle whorl, has inspired renowned Musqueam artist Susan Point to create masterpieces alongside these carved welcome figures at the Vancouver airport.
When your plane lands at Vancouver International Airport, you're in Musqueam. That is Musqueam's traditional territory. That's where my ancestors lived. That's where they walked, they picked berries, they used the water to fish. They lived there.
Another Musqueam welcome figure is at the UBC Museum, also situated on our traditional land. Distinct from totem poles seen elsewhere, these carved human forms told people who we were. This one holds a powerful Musqueam symbol, the fisher. Also inspired by our ancient traditions, our warrior society is a way for us to present Musqueam songs and dances to the public, while keeping our community, young and old, connected to our past.
There have been many changes over the last 40 years at Musqueam, and the cultural revival that began then is flourishing today in our community. We now have a Musqueam language program for our children, which begins in preschool.
It's not just learning how to speak our traditional language. Within our language, it teaches us how to do things, right? It describes like how to go winter gathering, the process of, dyeing the wool, the different kinds of things that our traditions held. It teaches you how to hold yourself, how to carry yourself. It has so many teachings within it. It's not just a language that you speak, it's a lifestyle that you live,
And the E sound?
But it doesn't stop with the kids. Our ancient language is being taught to adults to keep the power of the language flourishing in our modern administration.
Then we have the bark ejective lambda.
My granddaughter, Christy, she learns and she understands and she speaks it. Our language is very, very important, to all of us. And the younger people are learning. We have a huge population of young people, and I think they're great.
I think when people realize that, they have to know a little bit of our history first, and I think if they know that, have a chance to come and meet Musqueam people and meet us, and sit down and break a little bread, and and at time they'll go away with a different perspective, and I'd like them to go away and say, my God, that's a strong nation, very proud people, strong, and we're honest and good people.